Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to kind of go over like the do's and don'ts of what you should and shouldn't be doing post-show. How to prevent binge eating, how to control that crazy weight gain that some people get, like basically I call it just like exploding post-show because that's what happens. If you don't do it right, you will, looking at this lighting here. If you don't do it right, you could fall into this like downward spiral of just like binge eating and just gain like everything you lost and lose all of your muscle. It's really, really sad and really depressing, honestly. So today is Wednesday. I just competed this past weekend at the Florida Grand Prix. And my body is basically right now back to normal, back to where it was. Obviously not peak week, because peak week we're depleting and all that stuff. So peak week is not real life. Like, you cannot look like that ever, because it's unhealthy. You will die eventually if you were to maintain something like that. So that is not what we are trying to achieve here. Basically, you just don't want to blow up. Like, it's happened to me, if you do like sugar overload or something like that, like your feet will swell, your legs will swell, your knees will disappear because they're so swollen. It's happened to me, and you learn from your mistakes. So I've put together kind of like the do's and don'ts that everyone should know, and you may already know these, you may just be learning them this time, but I guarantee you that every competitor, even though they know this, they fuck it up at least once, and they have a really terrible experience and they know never to do it again. I've done it before. I've eaten so many sweets before that I just like, my feet swelled, my skin hurt because it stretched out so much from being like so like bloated. It was pretty horrible. So I know what to do now. It's hard, takes a lot of self-control. So that's definitely the key there is self-control. So first off, my first do, the very first thing that you should do when you get off stage, because we dehydrate our bodies in order to get rid of the water underneath the skin so you can see your muscle more, is to chug water. Now this is so important. Why? Because drinking that water will fill your belly up, and you really won't want to cheat. You won't want to go out and have a burger or, like binge eat something else, because you're going to be so full. So, and not just water, okay? So we're talking about, like, when I go to my show, the first thing I do is I go to like Walgreens or a grocery store and I grab myself like a liter of water and then 2 Powerade Zeros and some Pedialyte. So post-show, I always chug a bunch of Pedialyte. They're like a container like this big, and I drink the whole thing. And then throughout the rest of the night, I'll have my Powerade Zeros, and then in the morning, I have my liter of water, because usually it's really late, and you don't want to drink so much too that your stomach hurts. So just ease into it. So then the next morning, I usually have my water, and I put some BCA aminos in it, which help with hydration and all that jazz, getting your electrolytes back up, because that's the thing. We got to get those electrolytes back. So the Pedialyte is a great choice. Powerade Zero is a great choice. I just ate breakfast and I'm so full. Like, I can't even breathe. So a don't for you, don't go out and drink a bunch of alcohol. That is so not what you want to do the night before or the night after a show. You're already dehydrated. Your body's tired. Your liver probably hurts. Your kidneys hurt. I know my back starts to hurt, when I get dehydrated and stuff. And alcohol will only make it worse. You will blow up. You will feel like utter shit. So my rule is that I don't drink alcohol for the first week after a show, because I'm still trying to get my body back to normal, and the alcohol is only going to throw it off. So, competitors will go out and have a glass of wine or whatever. I can't do that. Like, all I want is water. So I don't know if you can do it, go for it. Do have a cheat meal. There's nothing wrong with having a cheat meal after your show. Absolutely nothing wrong. What's wrong with it is binge eating everything. So when you get off stage and you eat literally everything in sight, And this is easily preventable. Hi, my love. You're so beautiful. Come here. Come here. No? Okay, so this is easily preventable by not doing something that a lot of people do, and that's buying a pile of snacks and taking it with you post-show. So I see people hoarding these Oreos and Pop-Tarts and all this craziness that they're gonna eat right when they get off stage. That is where the problem comes in. When I compete, I don't bring any food with me, like post-show treats or whatever, because that's like a moment of weakness. I know it's my weakness, and it's every competitor's weakness. When you get off stage, you know, if someone throws a cupcake at your face, you're gonna freaking eat it. So I don't bring any snacks with me at all. And that way I can pick and choose what I want. And after I've guzzled like a ton of water, I'm really, really full. I can't even really eat anything. Actually, most of the time I don't even have a cheat meal the night of the show because I don't feel like it. I like to say a good rule is have your cheat meal that night. You know, maybe have like a dessert, like a smaller portion of a dessert, and then the next morning go out for breakfast and have, you know, another cheat meal. And then after that, get back on your plan. Now for me, what I like to do is I like to get on the plan that I was on leading up to the show, and I'll do that for like the first week to help me normalize, and then the week after that, I'll start adding in more macros, okay, to kind of build my body back up. So get back on your plan as soon as possible. Don't just throw everything away that you've done. You know, you're going to blow up and you're going to hate it. You're going to regret it for sure. Also, do continue your cardio, especially that week after the show. You must. So I like to get back on my cardio routine. I usually knock off like 10 minutes in the AM, 10 minutes in the PM, and then continue knocking it off every single week. And then maybe I'll like delete a day, like Wednesday I won't do PM cardio, or Saturday I won't do any cardio whatsoever. But you need to taper it off slowly. You don't want to just stop everything. Oh my God, I like can't breathe. I just had oatmeal. I'm so full and bloated, but I drink a lot of water too. So in addition to getting back on your plan, I like to drink, the day after the show, I make it a goal to drink 2 gallons of water that day. You have to flush everything out and rehydrate. And you'll notice you'll get really, I just basically don't lift my shirt up for like 3 days because you get really watery, you'll get really sad because your abs are totally gone. So I like to drink 2 gallons, and then basically that whole week after, that post-show week, I guess we could call it, I drink 1.5 gallons minimum. No questions asked. Stay away from salt as much as possible. You will totally regret it. So that night after the show, if you go and have a burger, order your fries with no salt. Try to pick, don't go and have sushi. Some people do, I can't do that, but ugh. I don't even like sodium though. So the thought of having sodium after a show even more grosses me out even more. So don't be weary of the sodium, because that's another bad one. Sodium and sugar, be very, very careful because they will blow you up. So don't just throw away all your hard work by stopping everything. Continue your routine and slowly taper it off. Let me see what else I've got here. Oh, here's a very good tip for you guys. So what I've found works for me, because I can kind of like, I don't want to say binge eat, because if you guys saw what I consider binge eating, then you'd be like, no, that's just having a regular cheat. But what I do, because I'm a sweets person, I love sweets. So usually I will order things online and I'll have them delivered like the weekend that I'm gone, like schedule it so that they come in then, and then Ashton goes to the mailbox and he gets them. But I like to, instead of having regular desserts, I like to have like healthy protein desserts. So I'll eat things like protein Cheerios with like all sorts of like Arctic Zero ice cream in it, and protein cookies. So I'll have protein cookies there. Just healthier alternatives to Cheesecake Factory, okay? Because that's just not gonna make you feel good. Like, you're gonna feel like shit, trust me. And I know you're not gonna listen to me, and it's gonna happen to you once. You're gonna be like, dang it, I should have listened to her. You know, but we all fall into the trap at least once. So try subbing in protein desserts, protein snacks, those types of things that, you know, you can eat a little more of. They're lighter in calories, lighter in sugar, all that jazz. Don't eat a jar of peanut butter. You will probably be constipated forever. I've seen people do it. I've done it before. I mean, I've never eaten a whole jar, but I've definitely spooned the shit out of a peanut butter jar before. So don't do that. That's basically, those are like the general rules that I like to use. You follow that, you stay on your plan. It's hard to say because it's mostly just self-control. I know that I'm telling you this, but even then, like, I still, like, it's a struggle for me, a definite struggle. Now this time, I really didn't even go and have a burger. I'm not gonna have a cheat meal this weekend because next week we're going to Vegas. So I'm basically saving all of that and just kind of building up my macros a little bit, and then going to Vegas next week, in which I will just enjoy myself there. And then go back on plan after that. Hopefully I still have abs. Anyway, so the most important thing that I want to say, and the most important, or the best way to actually succeed at this, obviously self-control, and to have a plan. So leading up to the show, write it down if you have to. This is what I'm gonna do. These are the cheat meals that I want. And then that way you're not in this like daze when you get off stage and people are throwing stuff at you. You have a plan, you're going to follow it. You've already followed a plan up to the stage. That's like the hardest part. You know, don't fuck it all up by like binge eating and blacking out, and it's not worth it. It totally is not worth it. So that is my little spiel for the day. I really hope it helps you guys out. I also wanted to mention that, like, when I compete, it's really hard for me to like vlog and be on social media. Like, I get into this weird zone once I like leave, and even Ashton, like, whenever he's around and I'm competing, he's like, what's wrong with you, you know? It's just, I don't know, I get into this like daze or something, and I have to like stay away from social media and Instagram because I just can't. It messes with my mind. So I didn't do a whole lot of YouTubing because I was at the show by myself, and you know, if Ashton was there, then he would have like videoed me doing random stuff. I did get a few clips in here and there, and I might, you know, put all of those shots all together and then post it up just so you guys can see. But hopefully one day I can be better at that. But for right now, it's like mentally, I just don't know how to be talkative. Like, I don't talk a lot when I'm about to compete. I just kind of get into this, and my friend Marcy knows that. I just kind of lay in the bed and just do nothing, you know? And I kind of like focus and get in the zone. So I do apologize that there's not a whole lot of footage like backstage and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, I just get into like a weird zone. So I apologize about that. Anyway, that is my spiel for today. I hope this video really helps you guys out. Make sure to have that plan ready for post-show, because it will make a difference, and you will totally be thankful that you did. So yeah, make sure and like my video if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more videos. Try to post up like at least one a week that's kind of like helpful, and then random vlogging crap on the side too. So my life is really not that interesting. I mean, the creature. Hey dude, say hi to the people. She likes to look outside. It's kind of raining out there. Well, it's not raining right now, but it's been raining. Anyway, thumbs up, subscribe. I will catch you guys next time.